I hope it's streaming. I just went to check it and I don't know. And you know what? I'm going to assume that everything is working properly and that there's no problem. That's what I'm just going to assume. I'm going to assume that everything went well, and this is, you know what? I'm gonna record this just in case it breaks. But if the stream is up, welcome guys to the Rivals Racing League Bullring Championship Season 1, Race Number 1 from Daytona International Speedway. I am your broadcast host, Pemcraft28, bringing you all of the action for tonight's race here at Daytona. This is the inaugural... Oh, it looks like the stream is up. I just checked. Let's go. I hope the audio and everything is fine. This is my first stream I'm doing like on my PC. I used to stream all the time back on my my consoles, like the PlayStations and stuff. Yeah, this is the first stream that I'm doing here. Also, I notice I have my mouse on. I'll probably try to turn that off for the next one. But anyway, so this is the inaugural race of the Rivals Bullring Championship. Just to get a couple of the rules out of the way, if you're familiar with the Rivals Cup Series, the rules of this are very similar. But tonight's race is going to be an 80-lap exhibition race. So just making that known, it's an 80-lap exhibition race. And so there's no points on the line. So the Rivals Bullring Championship is going to consist mostly of the drivers in the Cup Series. There are a few new drivers here, or returning drivers who are mainly just racing this series. But a lot of the Cup Series regulars are going to be in this series. All of them can run for points, except for, you'll see LT is in this race. Okay, he's linking OnlyFans. That's nice. But LT is going to be in this race. He is a Cup Series regular, but Cup Series regulars who finish in the top 3 in points are not allowed to compete for points, and they can't run the full schedule. But he's here tonight for the exhibition race. This isn't going to count as one of his 4 races that he can do. But yeah, this is the inaugural race of this series. We're just about a minute away from seeing these guys hit the track here at Daytona for the first time this season, for the first time with these cars, and the first time on a brand new version of NASCAR Racing 2003 season. So I have been working tirelessly to update this game, and I have completely overhauled the draft physics. So this exhibition race is going to serve, one, as a little teaser of what you're going to get from the Rivals Bullring Championship, but it's also going to serve as, let me see, oh, they're posting, oh, that's great. But it's also going to serve as a, let me just say this, 3 minutes of, anyway, so it's also going to serve as a bit of a showcase of the updates that have been done to the draft for NR 2003. And as these guys get ready to roll out, they're having issues in the back. This broadcast likely won't be as professional as some other casters can do. I'm not really going to be like cutting to different screens between replays. You'll see me changing camera angle and things like that. I don't really care. We're not really here for the professionalism. We're here for the interesting action on track. But as you can see with the draft, the league cars draft is noticeably reduced. You can see they're 4-car tandeming down the back straight away. But the draft is going to be really tight tonight. You're going to see a lot of cars really packed up together. The cars are trimmed out, pretty much as trimmed out as they can get. So you're going to see some high speeds even for ARCA cars as they almost pile up. It looks like they're not going to save it. There's a big one. That's rough. Terrible incident here. Oh, and then they're coming in late with some big hits. Everybody's wrecking. You know what? I think that's enough happy hour. Let's go ahead and get into the race. So, as we get set for tonight's race, let me go ahead and give you the starting lineup for tonight. Let me get to the standings page here. On the pole is Joey LaGiggles in the number 32. LeGiggles has been sadly unable to run many of the Cup Series races over the last several seasons. His last full-time season, I think, was season 45, if I remember correctly. So it's been quite a while, but it's great to see him out here tonight and on the pole, too. It's really nice to see Vehicle Master on his outside, a driver who had his rookie season in the Cup Series last season, still looking for his first Rivals Racing League win. I know it's an exhibition race, but you know he'd love to get to victory lane. John Butler in the number 44 car hasn't seen a whole lot of success here in the Rivals Racing League, but the super speedways have been some of his best tracks. And so tonight, starting from third place, he's got his work cut out for him here in this long 80 lapper. We'll see where he is by the end. LT, like I mentioned earlier, kind of bushwhacking here in this event, starting from fourth place. Then number 20, Toyota. We'll see what he's able to do. He's one of the best in the league at super speedways. Has a great track record here. We'll see what he's got. RC and Trainboy lining up 5th and 6th. Two drivers who have won most of their career races on super speedways really fast here. We'll see what they've got as you can see the rest of the starting lineup on the left. So we get set to go green flag racing here. 80 laps. It's a long one. Probably going to be a well over hour race, even if it goes caution free, and we all know that's not going to happen. Pit road speed, 55 miles an hour. Pace speed, 80 miles an hour as the field gets bunched up. Going to be going in the restart zone, this time by Joey the Giggles, is going to lead us to green here from Daytona. All right, well, the pace car seems to have glitched out. I don't really care. Green flag is out from Daytona. And I gotta make sure to clear some black flags here, just to make sure that, okay, it looks like the penalties, there are no penalties, so that's good. But now it looks like the Giggles gets a little bit of a lead here. Everybody has pulled up to the outside lane. Looks like they're intent on train racing for the first couple of laps here, or for a while. We have no idea how long, but everybody up in a train has a big push to the back of Joey the Giggles, gets him going. As now it's a 3-car train up at the front with a little bit of a gap now forming. It's actually a 5-car train as a gap is forming there back to 6th place. As here we come to complete lap 1 from the pole. Looks like Joey the Giggles is going to lead the first lap here at Daytona for the Bullring series. As now he gets a huge push, gets sent to the low line there. As now the whole field has pulled up on the outside lane. We're going to see a lot of high speeds here as it looks like the 18 car of NMG is having a little bit of trouble holding a line back there, getting a little bit loose as we see some drivers popping in and out, maybe a little bit of internet issues. As now we see some drivers pull to the inside lane, Roadrunner, NMG to the bottom there. It looks like that might be Powell in the back as now Vehicle Master looks to the outside of Joey the Giggles, can't get it done. It's now a huge run down the back straightaway. As you can see, Vehicle Master tucked up right behind the back bumper of Joey the Giggles. And they got going down the back straightaway, pulled a sizable gap on LT. That should go to show, these guys are learning every lap what they can do. So Vehicle Master trying to learn just what he can here, right behind Joey the Giggles for maybe what he can use towards the end of the races. Now we see a gap has formed back here in the back. We have Powell and NMG. Oh, as we have a spinner, Watermelon's gonna save it. A nice save there. Let's go back and see if we can't see what happened to him as he spun off the banking. Looks like he goes into turn 1 and just gets a little bit out of control. It's a nice save from him, but this is going to leave him well behind the field as now we catch up with the rest of the group. Powell on the inside lane trying to gain some momentum here. NMG, looks like these guys are starting to pull back up to the lead draft as now they're starting to single file out again. As back up here at the lead draft, you can see about 191 down the short chute here to turn 1. This field, they continue to build speed the longer that they stay single file here. Question is, how long will they be willing to do that? I'm not quite sure what the fuel range of these cars are, but I know for a fact they will have to pit at least once tonight. They will not make it to the end of this race on 1 tank of gas. And Giggles is going to be burning a lot of that fuel out in the lead. So we'll have to see when these guys, when they choose to come down pit road. So now we see Powell with a big run trying to go to the inside. He's going to find a hole on the outside lane. Looks like that is up in front of Train Boy. So Powell gaining quite a few spots on that move to the inside lane. So we see the field starting to bunch up again. NMG and Roadrunner still a little bit further back as now Powell once again trying to make a move to the inside lane. Everyone else seems pretty, well, as I say that, looks like the 48 car is going to jump down to help him. Oh! NMG, or LT got really loose on the outside lane, but hangs on. Pulls down to the inside to block the 48 car of RC. There is now Powell's going for the lead on the inside lane. Now Vehicle Master going to jump ship from helping the Giggles, and that's going to put Powwow out to the front here at Daytona. As now the field is already really starting to migrate to that inside lane. Well, as I say that, Powell's going to, looked high, not quite going to hold it up there. Still holding it down on the inside lane in front of Vehicle Master, as now it looks like the 44 of Butler and the 32 of Giggles are going to try to get that outside lane to work. But they're really going to need to get that lane going, as now Vehicle Master pulls up to the outside lane. LT gets a little bit loose, and Powell has a huge gap here. That's not what you want here at Daytona. It's a rocket down the back straightaway. See, they're going to close up on Powell with a huge run. LT, big moves, going to swing to the inside lane. I forgot to mention this before the race, but you are allowed to go below the double yellow line as long as you keep the car going. Oh, Train Boy's gonna lose it. No, he's not. What a save by Train Boy. Let's go back and see if we can't see, or sorry, not Train Boy. That was H-Rod. They run such similar cars. Let's go back and see what happened to H-Rod. I think he's gonna pull up right behind RC, maybe lose the nose a little bit, get a little bit out of shape, and then he might have gotten a little bit of help from the 18 car here. Let's see. Goes up. Yeah, he does get a little bit of help from NMG, but what a nice save by H-Rod there. Great job getting that car gathered back up. But, you know, it's going to be... Oh, and there's, as I cut back, there is a huge wreck on the back straightaway. Cars flipping everywhere. It looks like Powell's going to lead us back to the caution. What a time to cut back to the leaders. As we come off of turn number 4, Powell's going to lead him back, and they're wrecking again. Vehicle Master is spinning in the back. Powell's going to lead him back to the yellow. There's a huge wreck. Let's see if we can't go back and see what happened. So it's all going to start down the back straightaway. It looks like LT, he's got the, is that the 44? I think or no, that's the 36 of Vehicle Master tucked up right under his back bumper. And it looks like, oh, Powell's going to side draft a little too hard, catches LT. They almost save it, but then LT comes back down, catches RC, who almost flips over. Oh, and then he gets T-boned at NMG. Oh, that is a terrible wreck for the 18. Tough break there. Well, let's go on board with RC as he almost flips over down the back straightaway. Into the catch fence there. I believe I have forgotten to throw the yellow. My mistake. Well, that is definitely going to be a caution flag. I forgot that we're doing that. That's a long story. A little bit scuffed, but I don't really care all that much. So yeah, it seems like they're all slowing down. My mistake there, but it's a long race. We'll get that cleaned up. It's from broadcast view, I always forget that I can't use the same hotkeys. But let's go back and take a look again at some of these impacts down the back straightaway. Let's go on board with Roadrunner here as he tries to navigate his way through this wreck. Man, drove right through it. A little bit of contact, but nothing severe. Great wreck avoidance there by Roadrunner. Now let's go on board with NMG wearing the visor cam for tonight's race. This one's going to be hard to watch. Oh, Because of smoke, he couldn't quite see RC backing down the track until it was too late, and then he goes for a wild ride upside down. Then let's take one or two more looks here as the caution got delayed, so we have a little bit of time to take a look at a couple of these wrecks. Train Boy is going to make heavy contact with somebody in the grass. Couldn't quite tell who that is, but he's going to make a lot of contact here in the grass. Oh, huge impact to, I think that was, is that LaGiggles? I think that was LaGiggles. Speaking of LaGiggles, we'll take one last onboard look here. We'll go from onboard the number 32 Chevrolet. So there was the contact with Powell. Oh, he just gets tagged there. Then he's going to get T-boned from Train Boy here in just a moment. There it is. Sent flying back onto the racetrack, into the catch fence. Huge impact for Giggles. Now we catch up with the field as they come down pit road. Oh, and there's a there's a wreck. I didn't go back and look at the wreck with Vehicle Master because you could see out of the top of the screen before. Let's take a look what happened here. It looks like Butler's just going to lose it, and oh, the two cars just unable to get around it. As it looks like there are some black flags that I need to clear. All right, well, there were a couple of issues, but I think everybody is pretty much good to go here. All right, hoping the field will go ahead and catch the pace car. All right, yeah, sorry it's a little bit scuffed. This is the first time in a while we're using game cautions, and this is actually my first time not competing in one of the races. I'm broadcasting it. So this is all a little bit different for me, and so it's going to take me a little bit of time to really get the process down. But hey, that's what this exhibition race is for. We've had some pretty good racing. We had a massive wreck. It appears that my pace car might be bugged out because it's not in the same spot as theirs. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with the pace car, but it looks like they're going green. So green flag here at Daytona. Have to be ready to clear any black flags that show up here. Doesn't look like there are any. So they head into T1. Hopefully the game isn't bugged out. As now Roadrunner has help on the outside lane. Oh, Powell gets really loose on the bottom. I think he hit the apron, sent him up the track, but he gathers it back up. Oh, that was the wrong camera. There we go. This is the one I wanted. Yeah, I think the pace car might be a little bit bugged out. I'm going to try to pull a driver up here for an interview if I can. We'll see how that works. Oh, it's now the 18 on the apron. Oh, and they're wrecking again. The caution is out. I think my game might be bugged out. I think the game might be just a little bit broken. We're going to sort this out. It's an exhibition race. These things happen.
I just Kyle Bushed myself.
Hello. Can you hear me?
What?
This is Pemcraft.
I've been moved.
So,
hey,
so
I can. You're lagging pretty bad, but I just want you to know that you screwed me out of the lead because when the caution was supposed to come out, threw it 3 laps late.
I completely forgot to throw that, and that's my bad. But I do have a couple of questions I need to ask. So, I think my game might be a little bit bugged out. I threw the yellow, but the pace car is on pit road. Is it out for you guys?
Nope, pace car's still on pit road for some reason.
Okay, so well that's good because now is the game displaying caution?
Yes.
Okay.
It was still displaying caution when we went green last time because RC, the smart man, decided to say, "Oh guys, the pace car's not on track anymore," when it clearly was.
Okay, so let me see if I can't fix this. Okay.
Yep.
Let me know if it says 1 to green at any point.
I also need a black flag clear. For passing
Unfortunately, I can't clear them under yellow. I'll have to clear them under green. Oh, never mind it. Let me do it. My game doesn't think we're under caution, so it's a little bit scuffed, but this is for the exhibition, so I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Is it saying anything right now? Is the game giving anything about? Okay.
No signals.
Let me do NMG's black flag. It's letting me clear it under yellow, so the pace car is not on the track right now for you guys.
No, it's still on pit road.
Okay, where are you on the track? Okay, did you just pit?
Huh?
Okay. Let me see if this does anything. Did that change anything?
Through the caution flag. It says.
The pace car is still on pit road. LT got a 1 minute hold. Exhibition race.
Pit car.
All right.
Oh, no,
okay, I got his black flag. Yeah, so it's letting me clear black flags just fine.
See if you can pace minus.
Oh, I have been.
Oh. Then I don't know what to tell you, Chief.
I think you guys need to just keep pacing. I think RC broke the game when he had you guys go green. You weren't supposed to do that.
Yeah, I know. We told
the pace car was still out. I think it's like, remember that Homestead race that completely broke? He's like, he said, he says, oh, we needed an in-race admin.
Yeah, maybe we just restart the
Here,
race.
I'm going to add you
Not
back.
Restart it, but,
all right, I'm going to restart the session.
Why, RC. Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to send you back in there. I'm going to restart the session.
Okay,
no, we'll just do the 880. It shouldn't take long. I mean, you guys were in here for like 15 minutes before the yellow came out. I'm going to send you back to the chat. I want
There's already
you to
20
tell
laps.
them never
17
to
laps.
listen to RC no matter what, okay?
Just start at lap 20, because it's already lap 20.
Here you go. I'm gonna wait to get the opinions of the drivers before I get going here. Let me see. Can I move my voice channel? I'm not doing it. Okay, we're doing 80. All right, well, things were a little bit scuffed, but that's okay. We're going to reset, re-rack them here. Not doing any more pre-race than I need to. Just resetting it here. Yeah, this is a little bit scuffed, but I don't really care all that much. Like I said, it's an exhibition race. We'll get these things sorted out. All right, looks like everybody's here. Let's get going. And on today's episode of Why You Never Listen to RC. Anyway, so we're back out here again with the 32 and the 36 out front. Back with 80 laps. Still shouldn't be all that long of a race. If they go green for those 15 laps, we'll be right back where we were in about 10 minutes. And here we go. The pace car is a little bit glitched still. I don't know why that's happening, but green flag is out. And the 32 pulls out to the lead. It's a nice jump, and it looks like the field is trying to organize on the outside lane, just like they did before we had to reset. 32, 36, 20, 48 up on that high line with a gap back to Train Boy and Racing Fan. And then there's Pow, and then we have the 11 and the 18 on the bottom lane. They're not really going anywhere, as it looks like two guys who are going somewhere. Vehicle Masters jumped to the inside lane to help out Butler in the 44, and it looks like Butler might go to the lead here. He's got momentum, but LT's got a huge push to the back of the 32. I don't know why the cameras are so messed up. Down the front straightaway, though, Butler is going to lead the first lap this time. LT is tucked up right under the back bumper of that 32 car. Trying to help LaGiggles keep the lead. Now it looks like Powell maybe looking 3 wide. Now Train Boy up to the outside lane. Got to get the Fox Sports camera angles here. Now down the backstretch, the 32 pulls a bit of a gap. LT is tucked up right underneath the back bumper of that Chevrolet. trying to get him out front, but a huge run through the corner for the 44 and the 36, as it looks like they're going to edge ahead down the front straightaway. Now the 44 is clear with help from the 36. And now here comes Giggles back on the outside. It's two car tangos out front, and then a gap back to the rest of the field. And then you have an even bigger gap back here with Roadrunner. It looks like he's having some internet problems and NMG, but they are starting to close back in, as now Watermelon's having some trouble. He said that he was having some technical problems earlier, so it wouldn't surprise me if that is what's causing those problems. Just reassuring them it is 80 laps. As now, see, Giggles is still holding his own on the outside with only help from LT. But then again, the bottom lane's been pretty starved, as now the 32 is going to launch out front with a huge push from LT, clear to the bottom. But now he's going to jump back up to help the number 20. And now, Racing Fan to the outside. Giggles drops to the bottom lane to block the 44 in the corner. Now the top 2 are cleared, maybe even the top 3, as Vehicle Master gets a run through the corner. LT's going to get a little bit of help, but now Vehicle Master jumps to the outside to block, and a huge block from the 44. Going to jump to the outside, but he's in the wall a little bit. Still, though, it looks like the 44 probably going to have the run through the corner, as Giggles has no help. This is a very stark contrast. Oh, and then Vehicle Master gets turned. Oh, and it looks like, I think Train Boy's going around with them. He is. Yellow is out. Caution, caution, caution. The yellow did not come out before the time of yellow. They're racing it back in a huge wreck. H-Rod gets turned hard into the wall. Oh, and they're flipping into the catch fence. So they race back to the yellow. It's going to be Butler versus LT. Huge block there from LT, but he's not fast enough. They'll be side by side down the back straightaway. Racing Fan's got to run. I think he's going to get there before they get back to the caution. Maybe not quite. LT looking to block the 44. Huge run from the number 2 car. He's going to look low. Huge block from LT. Looked like shade to the 2020 Daytona 500. LT will lead them back to yellow. Now we can go take a look back at what happened to H-Rod. That was a hard hit going into turn 1. Looks like the 32 started backing up. Got on the apron. Oh, and then H-Rod makes a little bit too much contact with him. Just gets cleaned out by the 48. And then the 11 gets punted by NMG into the... Oh, and then the 41 flies in there. Slams into the door of the 18. See, as the field will have pits open this time by. Let's go look on board with Powell for this wreck, as he makes a little bit of contact with Racing Fan there. Powell starts backing up. I think they might have been trying to drop back to go get somebody. Just narrowly avoids the 32. Great wreck avoidance there by the 30 car. Let's go on board here with NMG, as he's way below the apron. See, they wreck in front of him here. Oh, nowhere to go. The track is blocked. Drives into the door of the 11. Oh, and then he just gets absolutely cream pied by the 41. Huge hit for NMG. Look, the 41 is all the way back here. He came flying in there. With race back to the yellows, you know, these guys know that they can gain some spots. As you can see, the 11 just all the way into the catch fence there. Take one more look here at the 11 car going into the catch fencing. See, there's the contact up in front of him. See the 31 in the frame there. Gets hit by RC, and then Roadrunner makes contact with him. Gonna get drilled by the 18. Sent up on 2 wheels, then hits RC at a bad angle. Sends them flying into the catch fence. and up in the air. Let's see where the field is now as they're all on pit road. I think everybody's come to pit road, save for the 41 and the 18. See if everybody's going to get there. There's a race off pit road. I think Racing Fan got it. Let's go back and look just for a second here as Racing Fan goes very wide. Oh, that was a close race off pit road. Yes, the 2 car does get there ahead of the 20. As it looks like we're going to have to go 1 extra lap before choosing. Oh, and Pal's going to spin it on the apron, exiting pit road. So they're going to get the 1 to go this time. So they'll be choose coning when they come back around. So the 18 stayed out. 41 probably took 2 tires or just a stop and go. And then it's going to be Racing Fan, the first driver who pitted. And then it's going to be probably LT. So we see LT's going to be having to get a spot back here. So they'll be choose coning this time by. I will be right back to the broadcast here in a moment. Oh no, they went green. I decided after the delay to get a snack. Real professional broadcasting up here. As they all drop to the bottom lane, well, as I say that, 20's going to jump. Oh, never mind. He just got out of control. They had that yellow. Let me see if there's any black flags to clear. All right. Let me see. Is the 31 really a lap down? He is. All right. Time to fix that lap. Oh, man. Things are getting dicey at the front here. Let me get the 31 his lap back. There we go. Now things are dicey at the front. We've got a long way to go. I'm surprised they're racing this hard already. Be 70 laps to go this time by. I still don't think they can make it on gas from here. Vehicle Master up the middle. 3 wide makes it work. Now NMG holds on to the race lead. Now he's got the 2 car. Now Vehicle Master jumps to the outside lane, looking to take the lead. He doesn't have any help. Well, as I say that, here comes LT and Giggles on the outside. Now LT jumps to the middle, making it 3 wide. He's going to door slam Vehicle Master into the wall. LT to the top spot. Oh, NMG went to the apron, got loose, but he's going to... Oh, there's big contact for the lead. NMG and LT up and over. There's a huge crash. Many cars flipping. I don't think a single car got around that. Never mind, Watermelon threads the needle. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. How did he get through all that? That's incredible. In the words of Kyle Petty, I had to say it. Let's look at this. So NMG is going to go down on the apron. Oh, they just turn into each other. I don't know what that was about. NMG is going to almost flip upside down. LT does flip upside down. Everybody that went to the grass to try to miss it doesn't miss it. 31 tried to miss it on the outside, gets hit by LT. The 44 comes back onto the track and wrecks. That is insane. That is the track blocker. That is the sport ender at Daytona. What a wreck. I have never seen anything like that. Let's go on board Vehicle Master. I believe you could see the 26's roof number there briefly. So yeah, not what I would call encouraging. Let's take a little bit of a slow-mo look here when we get up here towards the wreck. See, the 18 gets upside down, but it's LT who gets hit while he's nearly flipped over. You can see here, Butler almost gets around it, but he makes contact with the 30, and that's going to cause him to drive back up on track, get into the 2 car, and get involved as they're flipping into the catch fence. That is insane, as now the pits are open here. We'll take another look or two back at the wreck in a second. Oh, LT is driving full speed down pit road into his box. I don't think he's very happy about that wreck. The race off pit road. Gonna have to clear the 20's black flag. And so it looks like the 18's gonna win the race off pit road. It looks like 31 had a game crash, so he'll have to rejoin. There goes the 2 car, the 36. I should have this command where I can copy and paste it. Oh, mistyped. There we go. You know, I think we've honestly taken a look back at everything we needed to with the wreck, except for this. I wanted to show just how high off the ground. Look at NMG. He gets clobbered. He's almost up and over, but this is the craziest part. Just look at this wreck into turn 1. See the 20 and the 31 go spiraling upside down. There's Train Boy wrecking in the background. That was one of the craziest wrecks I've ever seen. Everybody piled up together. What a mess. As here they go, choose coning. Levin's going to take the bottom. 26 takes the top. By the way, if you're wondering, not sponsored here, but if you're wondering what snack I'm eating, it's these delicious mozzarella sticks that you can stick in your oven. I think they're from TGI Fridays. They're fantastic. As the field gets set to go green, green flag is out. The 11's still blinking, but he does lead us to green. And the 20... up the middle. I'm going to go back and look at the 20 there, but I think that was probably what I would consider a restart violation. Yeah, that certainly was a restart violation. Oh, and internet problems. Yeah, so the 18 and the 20 definitely Kyle Busch restarted. Seems like they think because I'm not in the race that they can get away with it. Oh, well, they're 3 wide, making contact. Oh, well, and they're going to wreck. Oh, my goodness. Well, that was a big one. They race back to the yellow. The 18 will be forced to restart tail end. So it looks like Roadrunner or Racing Fan will be the leader back to the yellow. So Roadrunner will be the leader here at the caution. The 18, the 20 must go to the rear.
Whoa, Cam. Cam. I was in full throttle the entire time under that yellow. I honestly was catching the field.
Yeah, I know, but you don't get, it doesn't matter. You don't get to fly around people. You have to slow down when you catch them.
What do you mean? I was past the finish line.
Yeah, the rule is you have to be within 1 car length of the car ahead of you in the restart, or coming to the restart zone. That was... needless to say, much more than a car length.
Well, because I was catching the field, but they really went.
Yeah, I know, but what I could do then is I could just stay on pit road until the field's in like the end of the backstretch,
Yep,
and then just
but
full
that's
throttle.
purposely doing it. You can really check that and
Yeah, I
enforce
know,
that.
but I don't care. You don't get the benefit from that. You have to slow down. You know, to the tail end. Well, had a bit of an admin argument there, but they're going to have to drop to the rear of the field here. So pits are open. .48 apparently also got a pacing warning. Oh, and they're wrecking. See if we can't see what happened here. Oh, I think NMG tries to drop to the back, and Vehicle Master just slams into him. Let's see if we can't see what the 48 would get a pacing warning for. Yeah, that's certainly a pacing warning. Let's look at the race off pit road. You know what? Screw it. Who should I give perms to? As we saw, there was the race off pit road. Oh! Looks like the 18 had a problem he had to deal with. But so, 11 car is the leader. Might have just left. I don't know. Field gets the one to go. I hope that's the right way to... I love these mozzarella sticks. They're great. I need to work up some sort of commercial break. I don't have a mute button. I guess I could just straight up unplug my mic, but I have like a mic that's not on my headset, and so I can't really mute it. They're here for the shoes count. Looks like the 18 is out of the race. Upset that I would dare to give him a penalty for jumping the restart. I guess 32 might have a black flag. Let me see. It doesn't. Okay. Well, looks like the 11's like the only car on the inside. And he's having some technical problems. They're going green this time. Going to be 69 laps to go. Nice. The green flag waves. The 11 gets going here. Waits to change lanes. Now let's see if he jumps up to the outside lane. So you can see the outside lane there with Racing Fan powers around Roadrunner. But now Powder was inside. Just doesn't quite have as much help as he'd likely wish he had. As now he, never mind, here comes Butler. Now the 11 going to shoot, maybe looking 3 wide. He's going to take it 3 wide for the lead. That's going to throw Racing Fan on the outside. Now he's going to drop back. Pal's going to jump in line. Roadrunner uncontested for the race lead off turn 4. We still have a long way to go here tonight. 68 laps remain here from Daytona International Speedway. So I can take a minute here while they're racing to talk a little bit about this series. The modifications that have been made, as there's heavy lag problems for Racing Fan there. So I mentioned earlier in the broadcast about how this is a showcase not only for the Bullring series, but also for NR 2003 modifications. I imagine a lot of the NR community at this point is familiar with some of the game modifications that have been created. I have been working on them not all that long, but I've been working on some game modifications. And I have been able to edit the draft physics of NR 2003 and change how strong they are, change the dirty air, change a couple of other things as well, beyond just what you can do in an EXE editor. And you're seeing it on full display tonight. The lanes are pretty equal. The draft is strong. The leader can't really get away all that much, and the runs build very quickly. Now, that does cause some chaos, which is why we're running with no damage tonight. And we likely will be for the Bullring series just because you know how much chaos this can be brought about due to the draft. But the draft is much more similar to iRacing. In fact, I'd even say it's better, although maybe that's just because I created it and I think it's good. But so now we'll talk a little bit about this series as we see the 11 and the 30 side by side for the race lead. The Rivals Bullring series is our secondary series. We have a Cup series that runs Tuesday nights. I'm likely not going to be broadcasting those races, especially because I compete in them. But this is the Open series. The Tuesday night series is an invite-only league, but this one is an open league where anybody who would like to join can hop in the Discord server, register, download the necessary files, and compete. So the races will not normally be this long. This is an exhibition event to celebrate Speed Weeks. The races are normally very short, and we usually do 2 of them a night, as we see Racing Fan catch the wall there. But the races are, like, just for example, the 20's around, and they're wrecking big. 20's back into it. Train Boys around. Giggles. Believe that was Vehicle Master involved as well. It's now the 11 and the 44 have gotten away. The 48 and the 41 try to draft up to him. The yellow is out. So they race back to the caution. 44 is tucked up right underneath the back of the 11, maybe getting a little bit of air to the nose there. Will we see a move off the corner like we used to see back in the tandem drafting era? Oh, there he goes. He jumps to the outside. Looks like, oh no, the 11's going to put him in the wall. And Roadrunner will lead us back to the yellow, but not without some controversy. Let's go back and see if we can't tell what happened to this 20 car. It's up on the outside lane here. It looks like the 30's going to get a little bit out of shape. He comes down to side draft. Oh, look at the 20 caught him at a bad angle maybe. Got him loose, and then LT's going to lose it trying to save the car. Pal's going to go up into the wall. The 36 is going to come down to try to avoid him. It's going to catch the front of the 32. Then LT's going to come back up the track. You see Racing Fan nowhere to go there. And then you see Train Boy down here on the bottom. He tried to get around it. Just couldn't quite do it. Goes around there. Tough break for a lot of these guys. As we catch back up with the field, Roadrunner currently leads them around. We're going to be restarting with about 50 laps to go. But as I was saying, this is an open league. Anybody can compete if they want to. There is a max driver count of 32 cars, although I highly doubt we'll reach that limit. As the 31 has connected, so he will be put to, as the yellow came out, he would be getting the free pass, so he'll be put to 1 lap down. Now the field heads down pit row. Let's see the 44, the 32, the 26. Oh, the 26 is going to get turned by the 36 of Vehicle Master. He's not going to be happy about that one for sure. I have to see who wins the race off pit road here. Oh, Trainboy tried to drive into Vehicle Master. Oh, he's upset. Trainboy is definitely not happy with Vehicle Master, and I honestly don't blame him. Well, he got a black flag. I wonder why. Oh, I forgot to type in a number. I'm losing it. Joe Biden moment. There we go. See the race off pit road here. You see Trainboy through the grass. Now they'll be getting the one to go. Is now 32 is going to win the race off pit road. Oh, and they're wrecking in the back. The 44. Thought he was going to leave pit road in second. I think he gets loose trying to stand on the gas, and 30 just drives straight into him. So the field will be getting the one to go this time by. Let's take a look at our running order here. So the 31 car will be put to one lap down. So we have 11 cars still in the race. Not sure why the... oh, probably because he got another black flag. So let me start adding some laps to the 31 car. Just to get him back towards the lead lap. Should be one lap down. So you can keep track of our full rule set, and then if you have any questions, there are some rules that might not be completely outlined in the rules. So in the Discord, you're welcome to join, look around, see if this looks like a league that you'd want to participate in. But like I said, this is a custom EXE league, and it's not just an EXE that changes some of the like some minor information about the game. These EXEs overhaul every aspect of the physics engine. Or at least, if anybody besides iRacing is asking, it overhauls the physics engine. If iRacing is asking me, then it does no such thing, and I would never do something like that. Here they go. They're choose coning. Let's see what lines they choose here. The 11's going to pick the bottom once again. 48 and 41 line up top. 32 is going to pick the bottom, as well as the 36. So Roadrunner will have some help on this restart if he needs it, although if it goes like last restart, he certainly won't. He pulled away quite nicely. So they get set to go green. I'll add a couple more laps here from this screen to the 31 car. If we roll off the turn here, off turn number 4, the 11 of Roadrunner will lead the field to the green once again here in Daytona. On his outside is RC in the 48 car. Restarting with 51 laps to go. Green flag is back in the air at Daytona. So they get up through the gears. A big push there to the back of the 11 from the 32 and from the 36. They're going to get going here. Well, the 36 jumps to the outside. Maybe not. Kind of looked up there. 44 having some internet issues. A big block by the 11. Tries to come back down to block the 32. Oh, 32. I thought he was looking middle, but he's going to jump up there to help the 48. As looked like the 48 side drafted the 11 really hard down the back straightaway. Got a huge run, and RC might have the lead by the time they get back to the front straightaway. As I say that, the 11 starts to move ahead just a little bit. See how much momentum that 48 car has on the outside. Not going to be enough. The 11 will hold the lead. But now the 48's going to have a huge run down the short chute into turn 1. 32's tucked up right under his back bumper. So they head for the corner. LT a little bit loose in the background there. They're dead even into turn 1. See what lap is the 31 on compared to the field. Needs one more lap back. There we go. Now the 11 will get ahead of the 48 car. RC still fighting on the outside, and they're actually going to draw almost even entering the back, or exiting the back straightaway into turn number 3. The lanes giving each other a lot of room. 32 is going to have a big run down the straightaway. We'll see if he's able to get to the back of the 48 as the 11 gets a huge shot from the 36. Here comes the 32 right to the back bumper of the 48. It's not going to be maybe as much momentum as they were hoping for. It's interesting in comparison. This race has been so much more aggressive, honestly, at the beginning than I anticipated, and really what it was before we had to do the reset. They were running like 191, almost 192 when they were all in a train, and now they're much slower than that. You see the 48 car getting a strong push from the 32. It seems like, at least for the outside lane, the 2-car tango is really working well for these guys. I'm honestly really surprised about just how well it works. As a 30, really out of shape there, but the outside lane, I mean, the bottom seems to work better. Oh, the 36 going to split the middle. They're going to be 3 wide into turn 1. The 11 and 48 have no help whatsoever, as that's going to lead to Vehicle Master pulling ahead of the 48 car with help from the 32 and the 30. Let's go on board this powwow. He's going to shoot to the bottom. So he goes up to the back of the back bumper of Vehicle Master here. Gives him a shot. Now he's going to look to the outside. Thought better of it. Big push to the back of the 36. Got to be careful with those pushes. Got to make sure they're lined up correctly. Things are this aggressive now. How much can they ramp up by the end of the race? As now the outside lane has fallen apart. As I said, oh, thought the 44 was going to jump high. Never mind. He moves back to the inside. Looks like there was some smoke. The 41 has gotten into some trouble. Might be having some mechanical problems. Oh, I believe his controller is having some problems. That sucks for that 41 car. Hopefully that's not the end of his race. As now the inside lane is broken apart and the outside lane strong. 30 with help from the 11 trying to hold the lead, but here comes Vehicle Master on the outside lane. There's almost some contact, pal, side drafted so hard. A huge run for Vehicle Master. Now he's going to drop to the bottom. Tried to block the 32, thinks better of it. These guys keep swapping lanes, this time by 45 laps to go. Still a long, long race here in Daytona. As now Pal jumps to the inside. Vehicle Master elects to hold the outside. And now here comes the 32 on the bottom. They're going to freight trade. Oh my goodness! The 11 car almost flipped over down the back straightaway. That is a 1-car wreck. No yellow. What happened? Looks like, oh, the 48 gets a push from the 20 that sends him up the hill. And the 11 almost flips over. It's lucky he landed on all 4 wheels, and he's not, I don't think, going to lose a lap, at least not yet. That is a tough break for him. And is now heading to the back straightaway. Joey LaGiggles has the race lead. Got help from Powwow. But a huge push coming up on the outside lane. H-Rod to the back of the 36. That'll put Vehicle Master out front. So we see a 3-car group forming in the back here. The 41, oh, the 48, the 20, and the 26. They're going to try to catch the leaders going 193 down the front straightaway. A ton of speed out of that 48 car. $194. These guys are ripping the outside lane. Going to gain a ton of time. Let's compare the speeds here. 194. Do they get 195? Yes, they do. Can they get 196? These guys are flying down the back straightaway. They do get 196. Yeah, the field kind of got all single filed out for just a short while, and you could see the speeds picked up dramatically when that happened. As now here comes RC with a huge run. He's going to take it all the way to the apron underneath of the 31. He's going to clear him and still have momentum to spare. RC is on a move. What will he do with these leaders? They're not much slower than him. Well, as I say that, okay, he's going to check up behind him. I'm honestly surprised he didn't go high. Here, LT's going to the outside with Powell trying to make a move. These guys are closing in on halfway through this race. Looks like the 41 has gotten his problems fixed. But he is numerous laps down and is going to need multiple cautions to help him out. I wouldn't rule that out, though. There certainly can be. Oh, the 31 makes contact with the back of the 36. They save it, though, and he doesn't even really lose much time. The outside lane has a lot of momentum. Oh, contact, 31 in the fence. They're 3 wide. They're going to gather it back up. They save it. They'll soldier on into turn 1. Oh, contact! They save it again. I don't know how they keep saving this, as now Powell looks for second place underneath RC, but RC is going to have help for the 20 car of LT. Oh, LT's in the fence, but we have... Oh, the 20! Oh, they're wrecking! And the caution is out. Let's see what happened. Oh, it looks like... Let's go on board with Racing Fan here. Looks like Vehicle Master pinches the 31. 31 might have caught the apron and made it a little bit worse, but then the 2 car tries to get around it. He does. But then he catches the apron. It's a little bit loose. Is unable to recover it. But a nice 360 as the 26 has a strange incident on the back straightaway. Making contact with the 44. Oh, and then he gets loose, drives back up the track into the outside wall. Must have been having to rearrange something. As the 41, a huge bout of momentum. Well, this caution will take us through halfway. And the field can certainly make it on gas from here. At least I'd imagine they can. But Powell elects to stay out. I'm honestly surprised by that. I'd have thought we'd see everyone come to pit road. Normally I wouldn't let the 41 get a lap back there, but he's already like 4 down as an exhibition race. I don't really care. If he manages to get back on the lead lap, we would have had enough yellows for it anyway. Well, certainly an interesting wreck. You choose Koenig next time by as a race off pit road. The 44 is going to get loose and spin out. But I think he still got second as there goes the 36, the 2, and then the rest of the field. Oh, and the 31 makes contact with the 11 as they're leaving pit road. Kind of confused on why the 30 car stayed out. So let's go ahead and talk to him if I can actually get this working here. Loves to give me a hard time trying to switch people's chats. It's very different on the mobile app, and it's by different I mean extremely annoying. Hey there, pal. You're up in the
hi.
booth. You got a copy?
I do, in fact, have L copy.
Oh, this is the one to go, by the way.
Okay, cool.
We'll act like I said that before you cross the line.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, so a bit of an interesting strategy seeing you stay out here when everybody else pitted. I imagine you wanted to keep the lead, but do you have enough gas to make it to the end?
Folks on pit road are telling me that I got enough gas, so I should be good to run it to the end here. Running it in fourth just in case, you know, as a precaution. But we should be good to go here. I wanted to go down pit road, but at the same time with the weird black flags, we've been getting held for 30 seconds on pit road, and I've been losing spots with that. So not sure what that's about. Not sure if I'm just too close to the limit or what. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna try and keep some track position here. Despite the constant shifting, it seems like there is still certain leaders that stay up here, you know, after a restart. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we can't close this one out. I know we've got a long way to go though, so we'll see.
Yeah, you'll be going green with just under halfway through this race. I'll let you go here so you can get going on this restart. Good luck.
Thanks.
Well, you just heard from the driver of the number 30. This powwow. So they get set to go green flag racing once again. He stayed out there, thinks they've got enough gas to make it. But will he be able to stay up there as the field catches up here? Going to the front straightaway, 31 had some connection problems. Is everybody here? Gonna have to delay the green. There are multiple cars on pit road. As it looks like the 2 was in the grass for some reason. But there were multiple cars having some trouble there. The 31 will need to get back on the lead lap. The 48 was not at the pacing line. I'm not sure what happened. Looks like there's some weird issues with drivers getting held on pit road. Looks like it won't let me clear the black flag. Oh. Oh, I just tabbed out of my game. I think I accidentally opened the settings menu, but just told him to crash his game, so that way he can get back in here. I'll have to add a lap for the 31. See if they will get here in time for the green flag. I'll have to add laps back. Oh, he is back. Okay. Going to delay the green one more lap here so we can get everybody lined up, get everybody on the lead lap here. Well, not everybody. The 41 will still be a lap or 2 down. Sorry about tabbing out there. I fat-fingered the keyboard. Been doing that more often recently. Let me see if we can't get somebody else dialed up here. We got a long enough yellow for this. Let me see who we can't get up here for... Who's running up front? Who's been up front all race? I don't know if Giggles has a mic on, so unfortunately I won't be able to pull him up here, but I know exactly who I'm going to pull up here to the booth. Going to get him in here. Yo, LT, we got a copy up here for you?
Yes, sir. Big Pimp Craft. I just ripped my power button just off my phone. Yes, sir. I got you.
All right. I just wanted to check in, ask how you were doing. You've been involved in quite a few wrecks already this race with your teammate who ended up rage quitting. But
I've been involved in every wreck.
Yeah, you've been involved in a lot of wrecks here, but you've been up front almost the entire race. How has your race gone, and what do you need to stay up front and maybe not get caught up in any more of them?
My race has gone pretty chaotic. I've been in the catch fence about twice. I've hit the sports center. We had the track blocker on the first one or whatever. But you know, this number 20 Zequel Toyota Camry is really fast, and we was tandeming with the 48 there, and we was hooked up pretty good. So it sucks that he's in the back now, but hopefully we can get up here and work with someone. And yeah, we're obviously out of the drivers here, we're obviously the best. I mean, we're a defending Cup Series champ, and we have the second most wins out of anyone in the series. So I'm pretty happy and think the competition to be pretty easy here to park this thing in victory lane.
All right, I'll let you go here. Good luck.
All right, thank you. Have fun up there.
I have been. All right, here we go. Green flag is back out at Daytona. Huge push on the inside lane, but they didn't really get going. 44 gets a huge launch on the outside lane. Just double check the lap of the 11 car. He's still one down. Got to give him one more. Powell got a run into turn one, trying to keep it even. And he's going to more than keep it even. He'll pull out to the lead. So they head down the back straightaway, but now a huge push from Vehicle Master to the back of the 44. Powell's going to jump up there and block that outside lane. This time by 35 laps to go. Now that seems like a long time, but these laps keep slipping away. You know, it seemed like just a few minutes ago, really, to me. They were still at lap 30. So now getting down well past halfway in this race, the 32 of Giggles jumps to the outside. He's led quite a few laps today. Seems like that 32 might be the strongest car out here tonight. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, he's making a big return to the Rivals Racing League. I'm not sure if he'll be able to run full-time. Be nice if he is. But he hasn't run very many races over the last several seasons, and it's nice to see him having such a great run here tonight. You know, obviously we don't know how that's going to turn out, but he's run so well tonight. It's nice to see him up front in that beautiful Exalta number 32 Chevrolet. As now Powell and LT on the inside. We just talked to LT. Seems very confident about winning here. Like he mentioned, he is the defending Chase champion of the Rivals Cup Series. This is not counting as one of his starts. This is just an exhibition race. So he's just here to have some fun. He's really loose down on the apron there. But so he's just going out here looking for wins in his starts, not a championship contender. But like he also said, he has the second most wins in the Cup Series. So I wouldn't be surprised if he is a threat to win in all of his starts that he makes this season. As now we have the 32, still side by side with the 30 for the lead, but it looks like Giggles is going to have the help down the back straightaway. They should easily get around that number 30 of this powwow without much of a hassle. There they go flying by. I think they'll both clear him down the backstretch as a huge gap has formed back to the 20. Looks like that gap's going to fill up pretty quickly, though. Not going to be a large gap there for long. LT was just saying how he worked pretty well with the 48 of RC. RC's been really coming alive the last several seasons at super speedways. Season 48 won the the Chase Talladega race. And then he ended up also winning, or not winning, but he got very close to winning the Chase Talladega race and the Chase Cutoff at Daytona 07, or I think it was Daytona 2010. So RC's been running really well at these super speedways recently, and I don't even really need to talk all that much about LT's pedigree at super speedways. Might have the most wins of any driver at super speedways in the Rivals Racing League. Absurd stats at those tracks, especially for tracks that he doesn't really consider himself to be all that good at or to be his favorites. He's made it very known that super speedway racing is maybe a little bit too chaotic for his liking, but he tends to run very well at these tracks. And he's in the lead now with his friend, the 48 car you mentioned he really wanted to work with. We saw those two working well together earlier in the race, despite being different manufacturers. A huge push there from Powell to the back of the 20. And it looks like the 48 is going to try to link up with the 20 once again. You know, this is about the point in the race where drivers have really learned a lot of, you know, who they can push, who they can't, where to make the runs happen, what lane they want to run, just where they can and can't put their car. And so it looks like the 20 and the 48 know that they want to work together tonight. And they're doing everything they can, and there's a huge one in the back! A massive wreck in the corner! The caution is out, and it looks like as they get back to the line, who's going to lead them back? Is it going to be Giggles or RC? There's contact, and it looks like Giggles is going to lead them back to the yellow. There was a huge wreck in the back of the field. Let's see if we can't go and take a look at what happened back here. So I imagine it starts around the 2 car. Oh, yeah, he's going to get clipped in the quarter panel by the 31 of H-Rod, sent down into the 36. Powell just narrowly avoids it. Oh, the 26 of Trainboy just gets clipped, sent into the wall. But it looks like quite a few of those guys gathered it back up. So not the worst situation for them, but it's definitely not something that they would have liked to see happen. Let's go look at the rear bumper camera on the 30 car here of Powell. See just how close he was to getting involved in this incident. Man, that was close. And what a nice wreck avoidance there by 41, but also the 11 car. Roadrunner did a great job getting around that incident. Where is that 41 car? There he is. All right. The 41 car will get the free pass. Not sure why he keeps staying out. So the 41 is now just 2 laps down. That is certainly something that he can overcome. As we'll get set to watch the race off pit road here. Let's dial up one of the drivers who is not on pit road and who was just discussed by another driver. Let's see if we can't dial up the man in the 48 machine. Hey, RC, is Pemcraft up in the booth? You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
All right, man. Well, LT was just talking about how the two of you have worked so well together tonight, and in the closing laps, you two managed to find each other again. Seems like with no matter how many wrecks and cautions and chaos there is, you two keep getting back together. But so how are you feeling about your chances to win tonight? Who do you think is best for you to work with, and what's your game plan going into the final 30 or so laps?
I mean, my main game plan is to avoid trouble. That's all it's been all night. Mainly just working with LT is what my strategy is right now. If he's near the back and I'm near the front, can't exactly work that well. But besides that, if I can just get him and me to hook up, go for a while, it's been pretty good. Pal's been helping us out a little bit, but besides that, it's just been me trying to get around. I know I made a move earlier that was a little risky, but so far it's been okay in the race. I just want to bring this 48 Chevy home in one piece if possible.
Well, I know this is a different series technically, but you've been having a lot of success at the super speedways recently. You won in season 48 at Talladega, had 2 very close races that you could have won if 1 or 2 things had gone your way at Talladega again, and then also at Daytona 2010. So what is it about these tracks that really work with your driving style?
I think it's just been the recent the drafting package that we've tried out in recent times. I just think that the way I've been able to learn how to drag the brake and get the biggest run from the guy behind me, I've been able to work together with whoever it is I'm working with, Roadrunner, you whenever you're racing, LT, just anybody that I can find my way to work with. If I can lead a line and get someone behind me to push really well, I think I have a good chance to get to the front. It's just going to be a matter of the goobers in front of me blocking, especially that 36 and the 11 with his lag issues.
All right, man, I'll let you go, but good luck for the rest of the race.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that was the voice of RC as they get ready to choose cone and go back. Green flag racing here once again from Daytona. Just ask a quick question. Apparently there's some slurs going around as they choose cone. The 32 goes on the bottom, 48 on the outside lane. 48 will have help from the 44 and the 26. So they get ready to go green here. The 32 will lead them off of turn 4. It looks like the 31 having more connection problems. Hopefully he will be able to get back in, but we'll see how many laps he loses. We're going to have to delay the green. Delay the green. The 30 car is not at the pacing line. And Yeah, it was a little bit late there on the delay, but 36 makes contact there. We'll not count that because that was so close. All right, Giggles, your mic on?
Hello.
Hello. So I guess we got you up here in the booth. Just had a couple of questions for you as we get back to going green. It seems like that 32 car has been quite fast tonight. You might have had the most time out front of anybody. Seems like regardless of whoever's behind you or in front of you, you're always able to work your way back up front for the rest work your way back up front. So how has your race been going, and how confident are you that you can stay up here at the end?
I'm not confident at all because the race can end in any moment. I could be flipping into the infield very soon, but I don't know. RC's been pretty nice to me all night, and so has Rogo. So I've been working with them a lot, and just hoping to get a top 5. I think that's the goal.
All right, man. I'll let you get concentrating here for the restart. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
The drivers will be restarting this race with 27 laps to go. After over an hour of racing, numerous cautions, some major crashes. These guys are really getting down to the last hopefully the last several restarts, and we won't get quite a lot of overtimes. We get set to go into the restart zone here. The 32 is going to take the field to the green. There's a large stack up on the outside lane. These guys have 27 laps to go. Getting close to only having a fourth of this race left. Oh, almost forgot to clear the 41's black flag before the green flag. Oops, there we go. Now the 11's going to jump to the outside lane here. But he's not going to have any help. Everyone behind him jumps to the inside lane. He's got the 44 up there, but it's a large gap back. I don't think he's going to get help in time, as now Vehicle Master up to the back bumper of the 32. Well, there goes RC and Powell to the outside. We heard RC, I think he mentioned that Powell was trying to help him and LT. So now they're going to go 3 wide up the middle, and there goes LT to help. Those 3, they said they were working together, and they're trying to make their way to the front. LT's loose. There's some contact. 41 in the wall, and that's going to be a yellow. The caution is out. All right, the yellow is out. They already raced it back. Well, that was a very short-lived green flag run. Some contact there between the 20 and see if we can't take a look at this. I think it's the 20. He's going to get loose on the bottom. Maybe he just didn't know what lane to pick. Yeah, he's going to get loose there. He's going to come up and make contact with the 44. There's the contact there. And then the 44 is going to come back down into Train Boy. Train Boy's had a rough night so far. That 26 team has been struggling. For as many wrecks as LT's been involved in, Train Boy's been involved in at least just as many. It's so many tough breaks for that 26 team tonight. It's been a rough one for those guys. And you can see he is not happy about that in the chat. Like I said, the 26 had a rough night. 41 will be the free pass again. So he's getting ever so close to getting back on the lead lap. I'll have to check in just a moment who actually pitted. So let's see, the 41... Yeah, he's still quite a few laps down. While we look at the race off pit road, we dial up another driver. Seems like we've been talking to a lot of them recently, but we've been getting a lot of cautions. Yo, Train Boy, this is Pemcraft up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, I see you're a little bit frustrated in the chat. You have had one rough night. I was talking to LT a minute ago about just how many wrecks he's been involved in, but I think you've been involved in even more of them. You've not really been in the hotbed of it, more so just kind of a bystander. But talk me through how your night's going and what you need for it to turn around and get you back to the front.
Aside from the manual caution every 3 seconds, I feel like we've been doing pretty good. Obviously, from the wrecks, we haven't been in the position that we want to, but we got a good pit strategy, good pit crew. Just so happy to be here, back in Bullring, back racing again here at Daytona. I'm spinning out. That's not good. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and thank my sponsors while I'm turning around. I got a black flag. Please clear that. Our Screaming Sicilian Chevrolet SS has been wicked fast so far when we weren't turned around the wrong way. So yeah, hoping we can do good these last 25 laps and end with a podium, if not a win.
Well, you certainly do have a history with these B-class type series. So would not be surprised to see you take home yet another super speedway win. It was good talking to you.
All I got to say, eat my crust.
All right. It is the one to go this time. Or they are on the one to go. I got to clear the 20. Had a merge line for... They must have wrecked. I'm not even going to bother going and looking at the replay. Let's see if we can't get one more person up here. Because, I mean, surely this is going to be one of the last cautions. Right? If I could find him in here. Hey, you know what? We'll get him next caution. Oh, I found him. Yeah, there's not enough time. I'll get him next yellow. All right. And yeah, I mean, the next yellow could literally be in the next, like, 2 laps, so I wouldn't be surprised. Now the 32 is going to pick the bottom here. Vehicle Master going to go with him. RC and Powell on the outside lane. Looks like Racing Fan up there. Roadrunner. The 44 are going to jump to the bottom. 41 on the inside lane. The 41 is not on the lead lap. Roadrunner should be on the lead lap, though. So the 41 just needs one more yellow, and I am certain he'll get it. Going green with 23 laps to go here from Daytona, nearly 3/4 of the way into this race. Well over an hour, one of the longer Rivals Racing League events that we've done. It looks like most of the drivers have enjoyed themselves. We go to the restart zone. And there goes the 32 into the gas, up through the gears. RC with a huge push from Powell on the outside. He might just get the lead. Lots of momentum down there on the bottom. Powell is not up to the back bumper of the 48 as there's a little bit of contact there with Vehicle Master. Powell's getting a run. Going to try to get to the back bumper of RC. Give him a little help down the back straightaway. There he goes. Gives a shot to the back of the 48 car. That top line. They got a lot of cars up there, but they're not really going anywhere. RC drops down trying to get a sniff of draft from that 44 machine. I imagine he'll jump back up to the outside. There he goes. Help from the 30. Oh, there's contact! And they're wrecking big! That's another big one here, and that'll put the 41 back on the lead lap, but a huge wreck. We all saw how that one developed down the front straightaway. Let's take a look at it, though. RC going to try to get a run here. Up behind the 44, gets a big draft. He's got help from Powell, but Powell's just not quite clear when he goes up. Clips him in the bumper. And that sends the 3 of them spinning around. Does anybody else get collected in it? Looks like Racing Fan makes some contact, but nothing major. Looks like he'll get around it, but that was a rough one there. Let's take a look on board from the 41 right behind him. You can see they were a little bit too, all over the place, in my opinion. Right here you can see the 48 just not really making smooth movements, makes it move very quickly. There was some contact there. The 41 holds on to it. Oh my God! What just happened? There must have been a huge wreck. What in the world? Okay, so they wrecked coming back to the caution flag, I believe. The 20's going to take him 3 wide. Oh, the 41's going to door him. And they make contact. Oh, and they're all going around. Somebody's getting T-boned. Yep. Oh, my gosh. 36 up and over multiple times. In the air. It's a terrible crash. Let's see if the 2 cars onboard camera picked any of this up. As none of the onboards will really do this justice. Oh my gosh. Look at how high the 36 was. He cleared the catch fence briefly. Oh, and the 2 car just flies in there and hits him. Okay. Then numerous cars losing control under yellow. 41's going to get his lap back here. This will put him back on the lead lap. Finally got all those laps back. So we look for the race off pit road here. That was a wild incident. Hey, racing fan, this is Pemcraft up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do. Hello.
All right, man. Well, getting down to the wire here. Going to restart with under 20 laps to go. Just had a massive wreck on the front stretch where a driver cleared the catch fence. I wouldn't think the intensity could ramp up any more than it already is, but looks like it might be setting up to do that. But you've had a quiet race, running mid-pack for most of it, staying out of trouble, although unable to do it in that wreck. But so how's your night been, and what do you need to be able to get to the front and win this race?
Well, this has certainly been the race of all time, I will say. Surprised I've even lasted this long, considering how long this race has been going for. I'm hoping I can just avoid all the trouble that will happen for the rest of the race, because surely we will not go caution-free for the rest of this race. We will have plenty of more accidents. I know it. But I'm just hoping I can avoid all that and somehow be at the front at the right time near the end. And yeah, this certainly has not been going well for me. I haven't led many laps. Actually, I don't know if I led any laps at all, but there's been a couple times where I've been at the front, and I have been involved in a couple wrecks. Not as much as LT or Train Boy, but yeah. You win some, you lose some, I guess. But yeah, we're just trying to survive out here and hopefully win or get a top 5, or the top 3 would be cool.
Well, I hope it's been just as exciting on the track for you guys as it has been for me watching this. Good luck for the last several laps of this race.
Thank you.
Field's going to be choose coning and hopefully going green this time by... They'll be going green. If they do go green this time by, it'll be 18 laps to go when they go green. Here they roll through the corner. You can see the 32 pick the inside lane. Train Boy, for the first time tonight, finds himself up at the front. No better time to do it here as the laps wind down. Going to have help from the outside by the 41 or 44. The 41 car restarting in 5th place. Watermelon, after some technical difficulties, has found himself up in row number 3, finally back on the lead lap. We'll see what he's able to do now that he's on the lead lap. Into the restart zone they go. Green flag is back out at Daytona. 11's having some connection problems. We'll see if that slows the 32 down. Then again, Train Boy doesn't really have much help on the outside lane either. 32 looks like going to clear him as they head through turns 1 and 2. Outside starting to form up. You got the 44, 36, the 48, the 20. Racing fan maybe thought about it. He's loose, and he's into LT, and he's almost up and over the wrecking big. And that's another yellow flag. Trainboy trying to get the lead as they head back to the caution flag. Faked low, sends it up the outside. Doesn't quite have the help, though. Giggle's going to pull ahead. Trainboy trying to side draft. Oh, there's contact, and he's going around. They're wrecking again as they head back to the caution flag. Giggle's going to hang on to the lead. This has been insane. Oh, almost contact there as they head back to the caution. They're going to wreck again. The 20 and the 2 car make contact as now Vehicle Master sliding in here late, as well as the 30. Oh my gosh. Let's go back and see if we can't tell what happened here down the back straightaway. Looks like the 2 car is just going to get loose down there on the bottom. Yeah, oh, it just gets loose. Car unloaded at a bad time. That's oh, and then Pal's going to make contact with the 36. Oh my gosh. That was a hard lick on the inside wall. And then here, Trainboy, I think he's going to clip the back of the 32 here, and that's going to slow him down enough where Roadrunner's going to get him in the left rear and turn him around. They go for a ride. Well, we just double check everybody's on the lead lap. Lap 30 to 64. Yep, everybody is on the lead lap. So we see a few cars coming down pit road. Who have I know who I'm yet to talk to. Let me pull somebody up here. Hey, Vehicle Master, this is Pemcraft up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes.
All right, man. Your night has been a wild one. Got into some controversies, but now we're getting set for a restart under 15 laps to go. Do you think you have what it takes to win tonight?
Just don't wreck anymore.
I suppose that's a fair assessment. But so, tell me, how's your night been going so far?
Up and down. Qualified second. I was able to lead a few laps, but I get caught in almost every single caution.
All right, man. Well, we're getting set to go green, under 15 to go. Do you have anybody that you know you really need to work with to get to the front?
Hopefully Joey LaGiggles, but I'm supposed to work with my teammate, but that hasn't been working good.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go so you can get set for the restart. Good luck.
Thank you.
See, it's just going to be the one to go this time by. Let me pull somebody else up here. Why not? Hey, Roadrunner, this is Pemcraft up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep.
All right, man. Well, you've had some internet issues throughout the race, but that hasn't kept you from being near the front. But you have been a lap down or multiple laps down a couple of times so far this race. But what do you need to be able to get to the front and take the win tonight?
Better internet. But, we have a really fast car. It's just like the problem is that like my lag has been me some like partnering issues. I'm trying to get like a partner to help me like push up there, but no one wants to go with me, and it's only so. So I'm like, it's like there's no way I can win this race without like someone pushing me, and then like, yeah, I'm just dealing with a bunch of lag issues. I don't know what's going on, but this is like something that I just can't control at the moment, and I have to alt tap now because I'm stuck on pit road. I love you, NASCAR. Thank you for making a great sport out of this thing. I got alt tab now because penalty thing. Great.
I'll definitely look into why that's getting a penalty after the race. You're one of the only drivers getting it, so it's kind of strange that it's happening. But I'll definitely look into it. But good luck for the rest of the race, and hopefully your internet holds together.
Thank you, Pem.
I think I've interviewed just about every driver in the field, so I know who I'm going to get on the next caution to pull up here. We're likely going to have to delay the green if the 11 gets back in the lobby before we go green. He will be pulled up here in the booth. Or not in the booth, sorry. We'll get his lap back. Oh, they're wrecking under yellow. Delay of green's just going to force them even closer to the end of this race. It's been a long one, nearly an hour and a half, but as you look at the lap count, just keeps getting lower and lower with every lap that goes by. There he is. Roadrunner has connected. Not sure why they went there. The green is not out. But so Roadrunner is here. He will be able to get his laps back. We'll be going green with 13 laps to go. It's coming down to the end here. Let me see if I can't pull the race leader up here and ask a couple questions before we get back going green. Hey, Butler, this is Pimcraft up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, you have had quite the interesting night, but you find yourself up front going for a restart. 13 laps to go when you go back green. Talk me through how's your race been, and do you think you'll have a shot at the checkered flag here tonight?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying to survive out there, you know, the usual.
All right. Well, Vehicle Master mentioned earlier he was supposed to be working with you. But so do you think you'll be able to get hooked up with your teammate and hold off the rest of the field?
Who is that again? I forgot.
Vehicle Master. 36.
I don't know who that is. You gotta remind me. Hold on.
36.
Well, maybe. We'll see. I don't know who he is, so I'll have to see how he works with me, so.
All right. Well, I'll let you get going on the restart here. Good luck.
All right.
I had thought they were teammates. I believed that he had mentioned that earlier, or Vehicle Master mentioned it. Maybe I was mistaken, but here we go. 13 laps to go. Green flag is back out in the air. And the 32 gets a massive jump and a huge push from the 48 car. They are clear by a country mile. But now here comes the 30 with a run. We'll see if he's able to pull up to the back bumper here. There he goes to the inside of the 48, who maybe had a little bit of trouble there. Let me see. Is the 11? No, he's not. He needs one more lap. I'll get him down the back straightaway. Speaking down the back straightaway, 32 trying to break the draft. Pulls Powell to the high lane. They're all the way up against the wall. Now he blocks. A huge block. Not going to be enough. Powell all the way to the apron to make that move work. And he does. He's going to clear him for the race lead. I cannot believe he made that work. But off of turn 4. Oh, there's some contact. Racing Fan looks to the inside, but Powell's going to get the lead. 12 laps to go from Daytona. There's a big gap behind Giggles in the next car. Doesn't quite have the help, but he's side drafting the 30. Trying to hold him back. There he goes. Pulls that number 30 car back just a little bit, slowing him down. But now it looks like both lanes might get some help. The outside's a little bit squirrely, but there's a gap back as now the 30's going to side draft the 32. Pulls him back. And Powell's able to hold on long enough. He has some help from the 2 of Racing Fan, the 48 of RC, and the 20 of LT. With the 32 going to power back around the outside. That side draft is so strong. He's really going to need a massive push from that 2 car if he's going to clear. As that Racing Fan maybe look to the middle. It'll be 10 laps to go this time by when they reach the start-finish line. See, the 48's getting side drafted by the 44 that's really holding up these lines. They can't quite make momentum. There they go. The 2 car gets cleared, and now a huge push to the back of the 30 car. We'll see if that's able to get Powell cleared, but here comes the 44. Seems like it's 3 on 3 for the race lead. Then a gap back to the 20 for 7th place. Trainboy kind of lagging behind on the outside. We'll see if that affects. The bottom lane starting to pull ahead, but there goes RC. He'll defect to the outside. Oh, now he's kind of indecisive. There he goes back to the top. The outside lane starting to form. There's some contact. And that's going to be a big wreck. The caution is back out. A huge one. The 41's in big trouble. Oh, huge hit for the 11. Racing it back. All of a sudden, this is the battle for the lead. Somehow the 20 finds himself out front down the back straightaway. Vehicle Master right up behind LT. Looking for the outside. Looking to the bottom. Can't quite make it work. Chooses to just push the 20. Will he stay in line to the start-finish line? Let's see. The 2 cars got to run to the outside. Vehicle Master tried to block. Can't do it. LT will block. Puts him in the wall a little bit. Now back to the bottom. LT is going to lead us back to caution. Well, I believe this one will be a pretty easy one to solve. It looks like Powell clips the apron there that caused him to come up, door slam the 32. They almost had it saved, but then they both hook it back to the right. 44 into the air, nowhere to go for the 48. Spin back down the track. The 41 had to take evasive action to avoid it, and I think his evasive action, oh, never mind, the 11 was not caught up in that part of it. He was just got caught up before there really wasn't anywhere he could go. You see the 11, well, you can't see the 11, he's vanished, but if you could see him, you would be able to tell that that's what he tried to get around it, got loose in the grass. As you can see, here's view on board LT, able to get around it. There was really nothing that the 48 could do. Let's go on board of RC here. You can see just nothing he could do to avoid that. I pulled up the chat by mistake, but see there's the contact. Flew into the air. Nothing the 48 car could do to avoid that. Tough break for him. As the pits will be open this time by. See if we have any takers here. Imagine we'll have a few in the back. 32. This is going to be the first time in a while that Giggles has not been in the front few rows. So we'll see how he handles that on this upcoming restart. Well, we're going to go green with about 6 laps to go. Believe there's about 10, 11 cars in this race still, all of them on the lead lap. Let's take a look at through our field here. Let's start with the race leader, LT. LT has had a very up and down night, mostly down to be honest, although really the only up part of it is when he was up in the air flying. Had a lot of contact, been in a lot of wrecks, but I said before the race started that LT's one of the best plate racers in this league. And no surprise to find him out front leading with under 10 laps to go. Let's look behind him. Vehicle Master. Driver who's yet to win in the Ravels Racing. I know this is an exhibition event, but you know he's hungry for a win. He desperately wants to win in this series. He's been close on a few occasions. Tonight, he doesn't want to let this one slip through his fingers. Let's look at the man in third place, Racing Fan in the 2 car. He said it himself. Had a pretty down night overall. Been far to the back most of the race. But with these yellows at the end, you know, he's gotten caught up in a few of them, but they've really helped him out. He's been near the front. Led a couple of laps, or at least was up front, close to the leader. Looks like Roadrunner had to relog one more time, but he's been close, and he's up there when it counts. We'll see if he can hang on. Looking behind him, Train Boy has probably had the worst night of anybody here. Caught up in so many wrecks. Every time he got to the front, it just seemed to slip away for one reason or another. Well, once again, towards the end of this race, he'll find himself lining up 4th for the choose cone. It's been an interesting night for him. He knows how to win at these tracks. Wouldn't be surprised to find him in victory lane after another couple laps. The 41 car has been multiple laps down for nearly the entire race. But after all these cautions, he's gotten back up here, running 5th place. Nice little run for Watermelon in the 41 car. Looking behind him, Butler. Butler has probably been the biggest surprise of tonight. I know it's a super speedway, But man, has he run very consistent. Run a great race. Very few times he made contact with other drivers. Then very good at staying out of trouble. I know he just got in that last wreck, but there really wasn't anything he could do about it. He's had a strong night. Let's see how strong he can finish it off here. The 48 of RC mentioned multiple times tonight that he's been doing a lot better on these super speedways. He said in the interview that he really likes this updated draft package. Feels like it suits his driving style. We'll see if he's able to make his way to the front. Then there's this powwow. Was in the Final Four last season thanks to a win at Talladega and then a stellar round of 6 performance. With that win at Talladega, we know he's good at super speedways, looking to get another one notched under his belt tonight. And then we have the 32 of Joey LaGiggles. That guy, he has been probably the fastest car tonight, looking to make his way to the front once again, but he's got a steep hill to climb. And then there's Roadrunner, who's had all the technical difficulties that you could possibly have, just about. And he's got, once again, a long hill ahead of him. But he will be back on the lead lap for the restart. Green flag is out. LT with some contact there from the 36, but a huge jump to go with it. Oh, shoot. We went green without Roadrunner. Well, that sucks. I didn't mean to do that. I did not notice that. To be honest, people are supposed to kind of call that out. But anyway, that sucks for Roadrunner, but here we go down the back straightaway. The 36 with a push to the back of the 20. I'd be very surprised if we run these last 5 laps without a major, or these next 5 laps without a wreck. Now we see the 36 pushes LT out of the lead. Maybe look to the bottom. Not going to work. There's not enough room. The 41 and the 2 side drafting each other. Once one of them gets cleared, they'll get a run. And here comes the 41 with a huge head of steam to the back bumper of Vehicle Master. There he goes to the outside with help from the 2 and the 26. 5 laps to go here from Daytona. It's been a long one, over an hour and a half. LT to block on the outside lane. Now the 2 car shoots low. 2 by 2 for 4 rows back. Make it 3 now as a 20, or the 32 clears the 48. Now he'll jump to the outside. LT to the bottom to block. Oh, it's getting dicey. From top to bottom, back to top, trying to figure out what lane's going somewhere so we can stay ahead of it. Oh, there's contact with the 41. They keep it straight. LT is not wanting to let this one slip through his fingers. As here comes Vehicle Master to the back. Oh, they're wrecking and the yellow is out. The caution is out again. There, and Giggles is caught up in another one. This is why you don't want to be in the back at all costs. Giggles has been so fast tonight. But as the laps wind down, this one looks like it might be slipping away. Let's take a look at what happened here. Looks like Powell got loose off the corner. Got into the back of the 48. Heavy contact for those two. My game didn't just crash, did it? I think my game crashed. Well, that's great. Hey, pal, I got a question for you. Can you go ahead and save your replay?
Too late. I did not save the replay.
Well, that's great. This is all on the live stream now. That's lovely. Yeah, so I didn't even press anything. It just crashed. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was watching the stream when it happened.
It just... Yeah, you can probably see it. I wasn't even clicking buttons. It just gone. Nothing I could do about it. Just gone.
Yeah, I don't know. We're having there's a lot of people lagging. Like, the 32, I think it was just lagging like crazy. I mean, just a ton of lag. That's why I wrecked there.
That's lovely. Oh, I love it. All right, well, the
He
lobby's back.
disappeared. reappeared and I had to turn left quick to try and.
Oh, it wouldn't be a Rivals Racing League event without something stupid happening at the end, you know?
Well, we're gonna have a 2 to go restart pretty much.
Well, I mean, granted, it's not going to be that hard to get everybody lined up back where they were. I'll add you back to that chat. Get everybody back where they are, please. And then we should be able to get going here.
Yeah. Faux shizzle.
All right, I think the ticker is like completely messed up now, so I think it's not going to work for the race.
That's cool.
Who needs a ticker? You guys wreck all the time anyway. No reason keeping track of who's running at whatever position.
No.
No reason for it. I'll just be the manual ticker. I'll read off the gaps every time you guys cross the line. All right, I'm sending you back in there. Get lost. All right, well, scuffed race turns into even more scuffed race. Let's see. Does the stats actually work? The answer is no. The stats do not, in fact, work. It has never been more Jover. All right. Yeah, that is epic deflation. Epic deflator. Terrible. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not everybody is in here. I don't know who we're missing. We're missing... Who are we missing? We got Biggles, Trainman, LT. We're missing Vehicular Homicide. That's who we're missing. We got RC, Butler, Watermelon. Yeah, we're missing Vehicle Master and the Racing Runner. So once those 2 goofballs get in the lobby, this one will be going green once again. I apologize for this. Well, actually, to be honest, I'm not sorry about anything. I had nothing to do with it. Yeah, the race stats here, I know I'm just showing OBS. I don't care. Yeah, oh, hey, I didn't even notice Wood was in the chat. I don't know if you're still here. I should honestly probably have this up on my phone, too. But what's going on, MD? It's been so long since we've talked. How's it going, man? I'll have to check back on the chat later. But it's great to have you here. Looks like we're still missing Roadrunner. I'm going to pull one of the drivers in here, see if we can't figure out if Roadrunner is coming back or not. But we'll get this thing restarted here in just a minute. But yeah, the ticker is just completely destroyed. Not that it showed it accurate like green or caution anyway, but let me see this.
You guys?
Hey, is Roadrunner coming back?
I guess it sounds like he is. Yeah, I think he's joining.
Okay, well then I won't start yet.
Okay. Start as soon as he joins, though.
All right. Yeah, the ticker is horrendously messed up and will never be the same. All right, well, Roadrunner will be unable to continue thanks to internet problemos. Let's see if we can't get the poll winner on the pole position. I think it was Biggles. All right, well, 2-lap shootout. Two lap to go restart here from Daytona. All right. 2 lap to go restart here from Daytona International Speedway. It's all come down to this, as I knew it probably would with a late race restart. All right. Here we go. So they're going to go single file this time after getting past the start-finish line. And then they'll go single file. And then they will choose cone down the back straightaway. And then we'll go green here with a 2-lap shootout. I'll be honest, I don't even remember who had the lead. We're about to find out, though. Think it was, yeah, we got LT up at the front. No surprise there. Racing Fan, RC as well. Vehicle Master. Oh, never mind. RC was at the back. My bad. So here's our running order, it looks like. LT will lead the field to green. Vehicle Master will be in second place. Third place is Watermelon. Fourth, Racing Fan. Fifth, Train Boy. Sixth is Butler. Seventh is RC. Eighth is Pow. Ninth is Giggles. And that is your field. Well, it's all going to come down to a 2-lap to go restart. These drivers have been racing like animals all night. Pushing, shoving, contact, lag problems, but no regard for the safety of their fellow driver. Been a lot of contact tonight, and I expect these 2 laps to be no different. 2 laps to go when they take the green flag, and if they make it to the white flag, no more yellows. They will race it back to the end of the race. The 20 and the 36 pick the inside. For those who don't know, haven't mentioned it all race, but LT and Vehicle Master have a history together. These 2 drivers have made it no secret they don't like each other. So we can see maybe some tempers here towards the end of the race. The 41 up on the outside with help from Racing Fan. He's come from many laps down to have a great shot at the win. 2x2, 4 rows deep. And then you have the 32. 2 laps to go from Daytona to end this exhibition event. Who will be the first winner of the Rivals Bullring Championship, or at least technically? And the green flag is out. The 20 gets a push from the 36. LT will be clear for the lead as they head down the short chute. But the 41 has Racing Fan tucked up right behind him. They get a little bit disorganized. LT for the block on the outside. Will the 41 shoot the gap? Nope. Oh, he tried it. Not going to make it work. Now LT back to the bottom to block Vehicle Master. 41 side drafting down the back straightaway. Or not down the back straightaway, towards the back straightaway. My mistake. Sounding like Vince Welsh. Down the back stretch. 3 cars linked up on the bottom. Vehicle Master, RC, and then leading them, LT up at the front. I've said this numerous times tonight. Might be the best plate racer here. Said this win would be easy to collect. And he's making it look easy. Leads the field. Off the corner for the white flag. 1 more lap to go here at Daytona. Will Vehicle Master make the move? And if he does, when will he go for it? Powell looking for a run on the outside. RC trying to go up there. Some contact with the 41. That's going to kill his momentum. Did it again with the cameras. Jeez. Down the backstretch. Oh, Vehicle Master look to the outside. I don't think he can get there now. RC's there. Powell with a huge run. There's contact in the wall. Now RC in the fence. Will they have enough time to build a run? Vehicle Master looking to get to the back bumper of LT as they head off the final corner. Vehicle Master is going to push him home. It's not going to be enough. LT wins here at Daytona. He called it. He called his shot. I believe it was well before halfway. Said he was going to win the race. And after a 2 to go restart with help from Vehicle Master, he does just that and collects the win here tonight and gets wrecked on the back straightaway by the 41 car. Vehicle Master will pick up second place. Racing Fan is third place. Train Boy is fourth. LeGiggles is fifth. Butler sixth. Powwow seventh. RC eighth. Watermelon ninth. And then for the DNFs, Roadrunner in 10th place and 11th place, NMG. Actually, no, 11th will be H-Rod. 12th is NMG. Well, I think it's time for some post-race interviews. Let me see if I can't get another, let me get RC here. Hey, RC, this is Pemcraft up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, it was one of your friends you were working with, but what a heartbreaker that was. Down the backstretch with all the momentum in the world, just couldn't quite get there on LT. Describe what you were thinking that final restart and what you needed to be able to come home with the win.
Well, first off, I didn't understand why so many people picked the top. With Watermelon leading, I didn't really have faith in that line, so I ended up picking the bottom, getting a really good restart there. Powell was just following me. I had to work with Vehicle Master, even though I didn't really want to, but alas, you got to work with your enemies sometimes to get where you want to get. Unfortunately, I was able to peek out, still had Powell behind me. I was barely able to keep myself in front of him, but we had a massive run down the back straightaway. LT came up through the block, and he was clear at first, then he kind of put me in the wall, and I don't really respect when stuff like that happens. If time comes where something like that happens, or battling on the last lap, even at a super speed, I'm not going to nearly be as gracious. I might just rattle his cage a little bit, if you know what I mean.
Well, you certainly made the right moves at the right time, just came up a little bit short there, but still a great night and a great performance for you. Do you think this gives you some information on what to work on for the not only the 200 lap Daytona 500 that'll be coming up next week, but also for the season opener of the Bullring in 2 weeks? Do you think this gives you any sort of confidence for that race?
It gives me a little confidence, but most of the time Super Speedways are a free-for-all. Like, I've had good runs at Daytona last season, but then I went to Talladega immediately after, and besides kind of being at the front a little bit, I struggled throughout the day and made some moves that cost me a playoff spot. So I really think it comes down to the pressure I put on myself and the pressure that it seems to be that I perform. If I do well one place and then I go to a place similar and just don't do well, then it usually ends up costing me a good finish because I just struggle putting too much pressure on myself. But I think it's just going to end up being a big luck of the draw race at Daytona, as most of them usually are.
All right. Well, it was nice talking to you.
Thank you. You too.
I was going to pull Powell up to the booth, but it looks like he's no longer in the voice channels. So let me see if I can't get a hold of our second place finisher, Vehicle Master. I'll see if he is still around for the interviews. It looks like he is not. Well, yeah, no, he is not there. So let me find somebody else for these interviews. Oh, he's back. Let's see if I can't get him up here. Ah, there we go. All right, Vehicle Master, this is Pemcraft up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, it wasn't, you likely would have loved to finish one more position up the field, but still a second place finish is a very strong run for you tonight. Just came up a little bit short. What was that final restart like? And talk me through your thought process there coming to the finish.
I didn't really want to jump out at the first because I knew I was going to get trained in that moment, but I just kept behind LT, and I thought about making the move at the end, but I was thinking I was going to get wrecked. I think what is it, Pow, he got bumper hooked, so sorry about that, but it is what it is.
Do you think that this good run tonight gives you any information to really work on for when we get around here for the points race in 2 weeks? It'll be a much shorter race, 25 laps. Do you think that gives you any confidence going into that race?
A little bit, yeah. I think I know how to who to work with more, who's better with pushing and not.
All right. Well, congratulations on your podium finish tonight.
Thank you.
All right. Well, finally, we're going to go ahead and talk to our race winner.
I guess since it was an exhibition,
Hey,
like
LT,
this,
you got a copy?
I got you loud and clear, Pem.
All right. Well, you called your shot. well before halfway in the race, saying that it wasn't just going to be a win, it was going to be an easy win. And man, did you make it look easy on that final restart. You dog walked them down for those last several laps, pulled off the perfect blocks, a little bit of contact there with the 48, but with help from your all-time enemy, Vehicle Master, you pulled it off here tonight at Daytona. What does this win mean to you?
Well, it means a lot, you know. We've struggled over the last couple seasons on plate tracks here in the RRL, and I just couldn't figure out why. I mean, we got to win here or there, but it was always a win, just lucky from a late race restart. But tonight, we was caught up in a lot of wrecks, I will say. But tonight, this car was really fast. We was able to drive to the front really whenever we wanted to. And, you know, first off, RC, congrats on Vehicle Master getting second. You know, he's been one that top where that good finish. And RC, sorry for the block. But, you know, it's the last lap of the Arkham Menard series, and you kind of got to do what you got to do. And, you know, this whole race, there was no breaks being cut by anyone the whole race. So it's really cool to come out here and get this win right after winning a championship. And I think it's a really good sign of what we can do on the plate tracks. I feel like, you know, out of field, I figured this out more than anyone else did. I was able to push RC to the front, push a lot of guys, and I was able to do really good blocking and runs. So hopefully we'll be celebrating a Daytona 500 victory and a RL Season 50 opener win.
Well, talk me through your thought process there coming onto that final restart. You knew it was only going to be 2 laps. It was going to be a hard-fought battle there. So what were you thinking going into that final restart?
Well, I knew with these ARCA cars, you know, we have run such low RPMs that it takes a good like half a lap to a lap for them to wind all the way up. So I knew that if I got a good enough push from Vehicle Master, and if I can defend the top and slow their momentum down, I could have a pretty good shot. And that's what happened. I got a push from Vehicle Master, and then I saw the 41 and knew that he wasn't, you know, as experienced as some others. So I knew it was going to be kind of easy to defend, and got out front and blocked that line. And then I went back down to defend the bottom, and I saw RC and Powell pull up, and I knew I had to block it or I was going to be a sit and duck. And it was a bit of context that I was going to wreck, but we came home to win. Came home with the win somehow. I can't even talk.
All right, well, I'll let you get on to your celebration, but congratulations on your win tonight.
Appreciate it. Thanks for hosting. I had a lot of fun tonight.
Well, there is your winner, LT. You can see he's obviously very happy about his win tonight, and he should be. It was a hard-fought 80-lap race here at Daytona. For those of you who are not experienced with RRL races, the longest we do is usually around 50 laps at these tracks, so much longer than that. But I hope that the new draft package that we have put on a show. But so this series will be back Friday nights, every Friday night for 2 races every night. Starting next Friday, we'll take this upcoming Friday off, so next week's off. But after that, it will be 2 races a night right here on this channel at 8 p.m. You'll hear me broadcasting it, maybe have some other broadcasters for next time. Hopefully the lobby won't crash again, and it'll be a little less scuffed. But I hope everybody enjoyed the broadcast tonight. I hope the Super Speedway package put on a good show. But that has been it for this broadcast. I'll see you guys